In this episode, we hop aboard the Internaut 1 as we plot a course to hunt for more forgotten 80s military toys. So, stick around. Hello, weary travelers of the World Wide Web, and welcome to Internauts Go! My name is Rob, and welcome to my ship, the Internaut 1. We have a specially crafted spaceship, if you will, that allows us to travel at the speed of light through the internet. Or at least as fast as my router will take us. Anyway, this is the show where we go hunting for those plastic ghosts that we talked about earlier in the week. This episode is about forgotten military toys of the 80s. This is the second time we've talked about this subject, and I thought it was only fitting to talk about it again with it being G.I. Joe July. Because a lot of these toy lines were directly inspired by the popularity of G.I. Joe. Now, at least one of them was released before Hasbro's G.I. Joe relaunch happened in '82. So we'll say that one is kind of original, but it's just a bare basic figure that is very reminiscent of Army men that our parents probably played with. Now, that is actually one that I'm curious to see if it has a footprint online, because it was a one-and-done toy line, but we'll talk about that when we get to it. Besides that one toy, there's a few other ones that I'm very interested to see. That's the sound that we've been waiting for. We have clearance to leave the docking bay, so please get to your seats, buckle up, and prepare to journey online. I've already put our first destination into the onboard computer. I'm very curious to where these coordinates will take us, so without further ado, let's hit the button and see where we go. Now, these are Sarge's team from Remco. Excuse me, the oxygen in here is kind of drying me out. But no exact matches found for Sarge's team, Remco. Wow, now this just has Sarge team, so let's see where this takes us, and if I need to, I'll redirect us and do a different search. So, first off, we have Sarge action figure, 6-inch 80s rare Army. Now, these were not 6-inch. These were 4 3/4 or 4 1/4. I can't remember, but they are not 6-inch, that's for sure. Now, $20, buy it now. Let's take a look. It doesn't look like he has any of his gear. You know what? You have to love the simplicity of this figure. And the fact that it's around about the size of a Masters of the Universe figure is really neat. Now, $20, I mean, it's a little beat up. He doesn't come with any of his accessories, but let's see what some of these other searches will get us. Here is just the card for $7 with $6 shipping. And of course, I'm rounding up just to simplify things. Here's another card, about the same. And if you hadn't seen the episode Plastic Ghosts where we talked about it, you'll see that these were released in 1982, which was the same year that the new and improved G.I. Joe hit the shelves. So it's very interesting to whom came first, Remco or Hasbro, or, as I always like to imagine, corporate espionage. That there are super spies working for the toy industry, spying on each other, and Remco just happened to get a good and juicy scoop on what Hasbro was cooking up. Now, here is one sealed on card. This is Shoots for $45 with $10 shipping. Now, of course, it's in good shape. There's his machine gun, his binoculars, his backpack, And something I didn't point out in the episode that I'll point out right now. See, this says Collector 16 Series. The first, I think, 12 numbered figures in this series were the Sergeant Rock figures, and the series picked up with these with more numbering. After that, I don't know where the numbering went or how long it kind of lasted, but I think that's very neat to say that it's a direct, spin-off of these Sergeant Rock figures. Now here's another one. The paint seems pretty good. He's $22.99, free local, and $5 shipping. So let's hover to zoom here. It looks like his helmet has a little bit of wear and tear. Now, is it just me, or the paint application of the helmet go down here on the hair, and he has green hair? But look how similar this design is to an original Joe figure. I mean, high collar, the silver combat webbing. I believe it was what, Hawk had that? I like that pose. Now that is a man of action. And of course, it looks like the top of the helmet also has some wear and tear. But, I mean, what is this? Empty shipping case. Just the case, $100? Now that's crazy. Now here is when Remco switched over to the more G.I. Joe-esque design with swivel arms and riveted joints. But we're not here to look at that. Here is, I'm curious, he is in black, so would that make him one of the bad guys? Because the bad guys were in black while Sarge's team were in green. Now he's $14.99 with $5 shipping, so, $20, you get yourself a figure minus accessories. And look, here is they use the word bootleg, and you know my feelings on that, but here is a Rambo-inspired figure. But look at all these tags that they used. Masters of the Universe, AWA, Remco, LJN, WWF, A-Team, KO. They might as well just put ColecoVision, or Coleco, sorry, if they're going to try to cash in on Rambo. Now here's one for $40 with $5 shipping. Again, for a few dollars more, you could get a carded one. And here is a AWA Kurt Hennig from Remco. That's pretty cool. Here, $50 for shoots again. I wish these sellers would look at other people's to see how crazy their prices are compared to other sellers. Here's another one in black, so I assume a bad guy. Maybe it's the same dude that we just looked at up there. Ooh, here's one missing an arm for $15. Here's Just Ahead for $12. What is wrong with people? Ooh. Now $56.25 for this guy for Sarge's team, but why'd someone rip his emblem off? Wow, looks like he has cauliflowered ears even. I mean, really? You're a damaged figure for that much. Just because you see the stamp on his backside says he's from the 80s. It don't stop. Look at this. Here's about $85 for one. Here's just a rifle for close to $20. Just the binoculars for, $16.50, $17. Now the one thing about these break very easy. This is just a very thin strip of plastic. So this one looks like it's intact, so that might be pretty good for a collector. But look at the detailing on those binoculars, Viewmaster, whatever you want to call them. Pretty nice. Oh, here's one, the binoculars missing the, the strap. and that would cost you over $5. Here's a bunch of gear: Remco, Coleco, Vintage A-Team, Sergeant Rock, American Forces, Accessory 80s. $30. Let's just take a look at some of this stuff, shall we? Excuse me. Because accessories are pretty cool, and you can use them for anything depending on their size. So hover to zoom here. So that's a larger one. I believe that might be Sarge's team, and that's probably an A-Team M16 and this machine gun. The helmets are pretty cool. Radios. Got bazooka. Different bazookas, and an oar. So they want about $30 for all that. There's another set of binoculars missing the strap. Here's one with the strap. And that's all we have. Now, I'm good with that search. We don't need to dive any deeper. And I didn't add, I usually just go by, the all listings, and at a later date on my own time, I look for the cheaper ones for myself. But I only look at these this way for this show, so we get a good cross-section of all different prices, which we did. On the cheap side, $20. On the expensive side, 80-something for a figure out of package, damaged, missing all of its accessories, but you can get one on the card, like right here, for what, $55? Crazy. Anyway, on to our next destination. Okay, I'm hitting the button, and I'm not confident in this search because of its name. It's X-Force by Eckemus. Now, I put Eckemus in the search bar, but it looks like I'm getting X-Force action figures from Marvel. Oh, that's a cool Deadpool. 6-inch, damaged. Now, I'm sorry, I gotta look real quick, because I am looking for a Deadpool figure. Where is he damaged? Oh, we got a picture. Something with his hand, apparently. What's it say? Fingers are about to break off on one hand. Harness is cut up, has been painted on. Good for custom fodder. Fair enough. So, $11 total. It's not bad. They don't look like they're going to break off too bad, and for display purposes, it might be okay. But I definitely do see some paint. Now, I don't really know what else to... If we don't get any of the Eckemus figures, I really don't know what else to search for unless I put in the year. And it looks like we are just getting X-Force, Marvel Legends characters and stuff. Oh, look, a Hit Monkey figure. Cool. Ooh, a Deathlock. Is that an old school? Here's Build a Sasquatch, $70. Always a great character. Always loved that when I would read Alpha Flight in the 80s when Jim Lee started there. Okay. Not very good coordinates on that one. So let's put in 1986 and see what we get. Here we go. Okay, we'll start off here. Take a look at Scar. Now, like I said, these are part of the Exchanger line from Eckemus, so all of his limbs and his head and stuff would pop off the torso. Interesting paint. 5 o'clock shadow there. But you could then switch them with other characters in the Exchanger line. And that's pretty cool, but I'm very impressed that these had soft goods. I mean, to me, that's a super bonus. I mean, he looks like he's in really good condition, has a gun, has a bandolier. I mean, these came with a lot of accessories, so he's missing a lot. But, I mean, 60 bucks. Seems a bit steep. Here is Zulu Jones. Remember, this was the 80s. It's a whole different time for their naming. I don't think that name would go over well today. But this is a nice figure. Is that a knife there? I mean, again, missing all accessories, missing his cloth uniform. 75 bucks. Here is Back Low, the Tiger Man. This is coming from the United Kingdom. So 41 bucks shipping. But let's take a look, because this dude looks like a straight up professional wrestler. Looks like a mixture of Danny Trejo and like Jimmy Snuka or something. Got the Tiger Force colors going on. And now we're back to X-Force figures. So we only netted 3 figures in this search, and they're all crazy priced. That is unfathomable to me, but anyway, on to the next one. Okay, our next one, I am not confident at all that we will get any hits, but I put in the best search that I can. Action Heroes, Woolworth. Let's see. Holy crap! First thing, 50 bucks, well, 60 bucks total. And look at this, $1.29. Wow, I am taken aback, because in my original research, which I don't use eBay for researching because I save it for this show, here's another character in that line. This is a Frogman. Now, from what I saw in my initial research, there was only one, and it was the army dude with the parachute. And also is very reminiscent of figures we've looked at in the past, but keep in mind, this is 1980, distributed by Woolworth, made for them. Ready for action, fully posable. I mean, fully posable to the extent of like a Star Wars figure. So the head would move, shoulder, and the hip there. But that's pretty rad, and I am surprised. But they want 60 bucks for them. It's still on the package. These weird Captain America. Like, how are we getting these pencil toppers? It says Woolworth. Is Woolworth still around? If it is, I might need to take a journey to one, because I loved that store. As long as it still has the lunch counter, that'd be awesome. Well, we only got one hit, and it's not the one that I thought, so intrigued, very surprised. So just out of curiosity, let's put 1980, because that's the year Action Heroes came out. Now granted, I spelled heroes differently than they did, so let's try it their way. No, but we got these awesome Galaxy Warriors die-cast Woolworth action figures. Wow. I think I have those on a list somewhere, but we haven't gotten to them yet. Wow, Golden Thor. Anyway, again, surprised in many ways about this one. So, wow. On to the next one. Now, this one, the spelling issue really has me perplexed. Now, will it churn up a hit with this spelling, or the proper way it should be spelled? So we'll see. Hey, we got some. As Janine would say, we got one! So for, what, 50 bucks, we get this beat up Skavinsky. Very beat up, discolored, oh my god. And they went 50 bucks for this dude? Cover to zoom, let's look at all the damage this dude has seen. Oh, look at that. This is a very well played with figure, so props for that. Like I said, someone has to have good memories of them. But 50 bucks? Here's the same from the Netherlands, and it's more just because of shipping. There's another one from Spain. It says it's a He-Man bootleg. No. This is not a bootleg. This is an inspired, and this has nothing to do with He-Man. These are soldiers. Ooh, more like inspired by Chuck Norris. And look, different leg articulation. But again, is this the one from Spain? Yes, from Spain. What, $37-ish? $38? Here's Just a Gun for $15. Okay, here's one in package, $139. $140 with, 42 shipping. So $182 from the Netherlands. So let's take a look here. Now these came with a lot of accessories. These are the ones I was thinking of. Ah, and it's Skavinsky again. Let's see, it has the helmet. Look at that. Arrows, a bow, a bazooka, a machete, pistol, knife, M16, his helmet, bandolier. Look at that. That's a well-stocked action figure. I give it props for that as well. Here again. Which one? This is Talos. The one that I said looked like a circus strongman almost. That one, again, same price, around $180 some. Dr. Thor. Lieutenant Cameron. Sergeant Papard. As, again, was he inspired by George Papard or Dr. Pepper? With how badly they spell, it might be their attempt at Pepper. Captain Matador. Here is just the card itself for 10. What the heck? This looks like a adult toy line. Or maybe from a scrapped Police Academy movie toy line from the Blue Oyster. Here's another one. What is up with this? Whoa. Gotta keep it G-rated. Get that out of here. I mean, all these dudes have pants on. Why don't these? Now it says it's a KO knockoff. Bootleg Rambo Masters of the Universe. The Warriors figure. Warriors. So, yeah, crazy price for really gnarly figures. So, the ones on card, 180 some bucks. I guess. I mean, someone's looking for it, maybe, but I'm kind of disappointed. I was looking to hook up with one, especially if it came with its helmet. Anyway, on to our last destination for this trip. Now this one I'm sure we will get a lot of hits on, so let's see here. Army Gear playset figure in stand lot, Gloob, 1988. So let's take a look at some of these figures up close. Because like I said, they released a pack of just the figures. So maybe some of these are them, some of the ones that came with the playsets and vehicles. But I mean, look at these two. Straight up, they are like semi-posable army men. Here's their stands. I mean, that's pretty cool. So let's see here. 13 bucks you can get them. That's not too shabby. Here is just one for $8. Looks like Snake Eyes from this distance. Let's see here. I mean, look at the detailing on this little tiny figure. I mean, if you didn't know better, it looks kind of like a mask figure unpainted. Oh, here's one in the box. $72. This looks like it's the Compass satellite station. So the box, very nondescript, which is pretty cool. Here's the back of the box. Oop. Look at this. Look at this gear. Oh, I didn't know about the machete. Wow. There's a roleplay set for you. The combat troops. Army gear lets you enter 2 worlds of battle action. It's authentic military gear with a hidden world of action inside. You reveal the concealed universe where the heroic forces use incredible miniaturized battle gear to defend freedom against the evil enemy forces. So here is the inside, and look, it's like a little missile station with a, yeah, remember these things? You would spin them and they'd shoot off. I wonder if it's a working compass, though. Real working wrist compass. Hey! Take that on a camping trip. And then you got hours of enjoyment as well. Look, here's the machete! So what exactly did this turn into? Does it show us? There's the scabbard. Oh! The scabbard folds into observation tower. Ah, I see. See, like the little, like guardrails of an action or observation tower. That's pretty neat. There's probably something here at the top that they can stand on. Pretty rad. I mean, $25. To me, that doesn't sound too crazy. Here is the Canteen aircraft carrier toy and 2 minifigures. 0 bids, 20 hours left. $21 altogether? $20.50? Wow. Watch list. Hopefully I'm signed in. I'm not. Nope. I'm not. We will come back at a later time and sign in and take a look at that. Sorry for the dinging. That is telling me that the washer is finished. Now we have the metal assault vehicle. That is $36 altogether. Come on, hover to zoom. Enhance! 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 Let's see these price tags too. Enhance! How long is this episode so far? Yikes, I am sorry everybody, but I just have such a good time looking at this stuff. Look at that! It turns into like a little plane thing. One-man vehicle for Army gear combat troops. Flip-up stabilizers. Fold-out display stand. Posable pilot. There's the pilot. See, it's this metal turns into that. So you could wear this, and then boom! You're off playing while your parents are shopping or something. Look at this. It was $2.99, and I don't want to speak out of turn here, but it looks like it was reduced to, what is that, 20 cents or something? What is that? Can't turn my head upside down. A little bit of damage to the back here, but that's a pretty fair price for 1 mint. Of course, one card. Of course, I say that when I've like criticized other stuff, but for some reason, I just think this is really neat. Here's a flashlight. What's the flashlight turn into? Ooh, like a searchlight station. Comes with the box. Looks like it's missing the little figures though, but you could just hit up that auction earlier and buy a bunch for 13 bucks. 0 bids, $22 with about $20 shipping, so 40. That's kind of crazy, but you get the box and instructions. Here is another metal set. Battle bars, missile ATV. I'm I'm sorry. I gotta look at the ATV. I'm sorry, I'm looking at every one of them. I know we've been on this journey a little bit too long already. But this intrigues me. I mean, I was aged out of this at the time, but I really wanted them. Oh, look at that. That's so cool. That turns into that. And that dude pilots it. Look at him. The one in the picture has more paint applications though, but c'est la vie. So this is buy it now for 35 bucks. Here's another machete, 0 bids, 45 altogether. How much was the one up here? Oh my goodness, 25 bucks? Get out of town. Go for that one. Over this one, here's some of those figures for 13 bucks. Here's figures on the cards for, get 2 of them for 75 bucks. Look at this, a whole bunch. Empty, no figures, great for parts. So does that mean it even is missing the playset stuff? I mean, this is missing the machete. It's got the scabbard though. So 46 bucks. One package, another compass, 100 bucks. Here's the grenade, 8 bucks, free shipping. Bunker for car, Micro Machines Galoob toys. So does it have anything to it? I mean, 9 bucks, free shipping. I have to come back and watch list that as well. Here is, got the binoculars, which is a laser tracking station playset, and a bunch of troops for 53 bucks, 54 bucks. Here is the compass for 21. Here's the grenade in box. Buy it now for 47 bucks. I knew we would get a lot of hits on this, but I'm really impressed with how many are still in the box and look great. United Kingdom. Too rich for my blood. Here is an combat troop pack for, what would it be, 35 bucks? Ooh, pistol in the box, 270. You didn't get the memo of the previous auctions. Now, they weren't selling the pistol, but that seems crazy compared to the other ones. Here's the compass with the stuff for 20 bucks. Another troop building pack, 35. Here we go. Here's another pistol. A little bit of damage to the box. See, 190 with 18, so what, 208? Seems crazy still. Here's just a part to a pistol for 25. Get out of here. Over 100 and some for the flashlight in the box. I mean, some of these people have a realistic expectations, while the other ones are crazy. So we will speed through the remainder of these because, I mean, I think I've seen enough that you could probably start a collection of these for a pretty fair price. Now, finishing the collection might be a little bit harder, but you could get a good start. Heck, I mean, what, 30 bucks or so they were selling these on the cards up here, but this is from Italy, and that's not a bad price. 2 of them for, what, 37 bucks, 38 bucks? Not bad at all. Comparatively, that is. A lot of good stuff. Here's 2 dudes just for, what, 7 bucks? A lot from Italy, interesting. Here, Army Gear, 100% works. 24 bucks, buy it now. Let's see what all it came with. And it's a real working flashlight, so, I mean, I wouldn't say 100%. I mean, it may work 100%, but it's missing the guts to the playset. Here we got a little jet canteen. The canteen aircraft carrier. So 14, so 29 bucks, I guess, rounded up, from Canada. I mean, it comes with the jet. Bunch of dudes. fold out that canteen. Oh yeah, look at that. Might not be able to afford a USS Flag, but I can afford a canteen aircraft carrier. Here's the machete, missing the scabbard for 15. Impressive. Very impressive. Wow. I might have to jump on these because definitely it is something that I regret not jumping on when I was a kid. But like I said, I was kind of aged out. I mean, I was 12 when these came out. So I was fighting to still collect G.I. Joe and not get my butt whipped at school every day. So yeah, if I would have jumped in on something like this, guaranteed butt whooping. But very cool. Very impressive, and I'm going to have to hit this up later after I put in my deets to add these things to my wish lists and see where my whimsy takes me. So anyway, thank you for embarking on this journey with me once again to look for these forgotten toys, these plastic ghosts, and to see what kind of footprint they have left on our collecting subconscious, if you will. Yeah, some of them, as I've said before, people just get a whiff that it is from a bygone era and jack up the price, and I noticed that on some really off-the-wall toy lines on this search, but like this army gear stuff was big time. I mean, very popular, had commercials and everything, but more of a fair price. It's really crazy. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this journey. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you got something to say, please leave a comment. I love reading them, and I love getting back to everybody. And if you're new around here and you enjoyed this or any of the other episodes that YouTube is recommending down here, please hit subscribe. And if you hit that little bell icon, you will be notified whenever there's a new episode. So anyway, thanks for watching. Keep being rad and stay dorky.